Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, along Hector Camacho, Diego Corrales.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and now hailing from Bayamon, Puerto Rico, here is the 5-time world champion in 3 weight divisions, Hector Macho Camacho. Fighting out of the blue corner from Las Vegas, please welcome the 2-division world champion, introducing Diego Chico Corrales.
You can tell both of these fighters are exuding confidence as they touch gloves. And here we go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till...
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A perfect counter shot. They have no respect for each other's punching power. A lot of trash talk between these two fighters. Now it's time to put up or shut up.
You just see the nerves on a fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Do you believe what we are seeing? That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. There's a counter shot. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Do you believe this? Punch, counter punch. Caution being thrown to the wind. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round.
I need you to focus on what you're doing.
On to the second round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Catch and shoot. will say no mas. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. That counter punch caught him clean. Ooh, Camacho is in trouble. One punch away from getting the momentum back.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Jab just missed with the left hand. Beautiful counter shot. They both want a knockout, you can tell. Good job stopping that uppercut. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho. Well, we know... Let's get it started in round 3. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Nice counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you'll get knocked out. Back and forth they go. That counter shot lands. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Fighters sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. He misses with that jab. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. When are we going to see a jab from these two? And he misses with that jab. Just Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Hector Camacho in that last round. Well, it's no secret who... There's the bell for round 4. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. All right, hook misses. For the weary. Good counter punch. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punches with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
These two fighters are made for one another. You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter lands. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That one will count. Jab doesn't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. Time for the 5th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice slip to avoid the jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Through the hook, didn't land. Those counter punches have to hurt. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. They exchange punches. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think of, you just gotta be...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Camacho is buzzed. And Hector Camacho couldn't take anymore. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Can't find a home for that jab. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Hector Camacho. On to the 6th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice counter. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
They're both trying for a knockout. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. Just misses with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
Are you all right? Are you okay?
So the referee took a look and decides, let's keep going. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, watch out! Camacho might be ready to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho in that last round. Round 7, here we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Corrales is stumbling and bumbling. That was the moment.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Good one. How about that time counter shot? So much firepower here. The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both men step back for just a moment. Big hook doesn't land. Misses with the straight left. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Insane action. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho. There's the bell for round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round. Everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Misses with that straight left. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of... What a knockout headshot. Let's watch it again. And they knew it when they threw it.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your blood.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
jab misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho in that last round. Let's see. And we enter the ninth. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
You're a power puncher. You're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. It just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
He misses with that jab. Well done with that counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw.
Their vision is being impaired, no doubt about it, but is the referee going to stop it here? The referee takes a look, and he says, let's get it on. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Throws the jab, but does not score. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. And he misses with that straight left. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more. Whoa, wait a minute! Camacho is buzzed! This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Hector Camacho that last round. Well, there was no doubt. There's the belt for round 10. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Corrales might be ready to go. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Camacho in serious trouble right now. shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That is Todd. Did you see the shot? That's not a knockout. That's an assassination. What a shot.